Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest. And we are here with Aden and Raven. And the pups, of course. How is everyone doing? It looks like we're between 6 and 8 pounds for everyone. And the food's getting a little low, as it usually does after we sleep. Raven probably needs to get some food too. She's at 60%. But so far so good. Everything seems to be going okay. Now, there is one thing that I want to do just as soon as I make sure there's not any predators that I see. Alright, so we talked in the past few episodes about pup names, and I said I would do it this episode. You guys have submitted a lot of names, and I want to thank you guys all for doing that. Now, if your name doesn't get chosen, please don't feel bad. I got somewhere probably upwards of 300 names. There were a lot, and it was really hard to narrow them down, and there were a bunch of good ones, so just because your name didn't get picked doesn't mean that it wasn't good, doesn't mean that I didn't like it. There were just way too many for me to take all of them, and you're free to submit again in the future for future litters of future wolf pups, but I have narrowed it down to 7 for each of them, and I'm going to go ahead and put those in now. So Wayfinders 2F is going to be named Cricket. And we will keep the, well, oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, never mind. We won't keep that then. We won't keep the designation, but I do have noted down what number each, or what number each is. So Cricket is 2F. 3F is going to be Autumn. 4F is going to be Tempest. 2M first is going to be Briar. 3M is going to be Crow. That is actually our runt. 4M is Lark. And 5F is Feather. So these are all names you guys submitted. Thank you again to everyone who submitted names. Again, we had a lot of them. We had a lot of good ones. I just couldn't use all of them because there were so many. But these are the ones that we picked. It wouldn't let me put their designations in, but we will talk about that at some point in the future when we look at potentially choosing an heir for the Wayfinders pack. But for now, these are going to be our puppos, and we'll have to try and do our best to keep all of them alive. And I forgot again to check what our affinity's at. Okay, it actually is at 100. But because the pups are starting to get hungry, I'm going to go ahead and woof them into the den here. It looks like we don't have any enemies closing in, which is good. That's always something you want to see. So they should be able to go in just fine, and we are at 100% affinity, so even though Raven needs to come with us, we should be alright. I think we'll be okay. It's kind of very early pre-dawn, too, so let's make sure... I think it's Wine that invites the mate to come with you. Looks like it. Raven got up. So there's 2 ways you can call your mate. One of them is by whining like that. And the other one is by doing the secondary howl. So instead of just single tapping H, you double tap H. And let's actually look at what our territory is like. So it's, wait, this is... No, this is, okay. I was gonna say, I thought maybe that was our territory, but this is what we're supposed to have here. So we've got a few that are starting to get a little lower. We're going to have stranger wolves showing up if we don't keep those boosted. I'd say maybe we try and hunt in this area and then maybe come over here too, and then we can tackle some of these ones a little bit later on. So let's try and go, it looks like up this way, I think. Yep, just about over here. And we're going to go looking for some food, but also mark some territory. Now I think this is the hex that we're in. But I think we're good. Now, you guys did actually tell me something too in the comments, and I was surprised. I didn't actually realize this was a thing. You guys knew something that I didn't with this. You guys figured that out. That there is actually a possibility of dens flooding, and apparently that's a real thing. I've never seen it, but apparently that is a thing, and I'm gonna be paranoid now. So thank you guys all for letting me know. You guys have quite a few tips, and that is actually a feature that I did not know was in the game, so thank you guys for alerting me to that. Hello? Oh, I guess wait. I guess that was okay, I guess that was the post in this hex, I think. I was a little bit confused, but yeah, so thank you guys for letting me know, because I legitimately did not know that. now I'm gonna be scared because I didn't know that was a thing. And yeah, apparently your den can flood and force you to move, and I don't actually know what happens when it happens. I expect it just like boots your pups out, and so that worries me. If the pups just suddenly get yeeted out in the open. Okay, territory hex is quite strong. Yeah, this one hadn't dropped totally, but now it's back up to 100. It's these ones that are a little bit more questionable. Raven, what are you doing over here? Are you okay? I'm a little bit worried about Raven. She kind of tends to trail behind. She's been kind of worrying me between not eating and lagging behind all the time. I hope she's feeling all right. She maybe is just a little bit tired from having puppies. Was that Raven who barked? That was Raven who barked. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about her, for sure, but we'll keep an eye on her. She's with us right now. We've got an elk carcass, actually, a spike elk carcass, so let's take a look for that. Maybe we will find an easy snack here and not have to go hunting, which would be kind of nice. It's not there, is it? Somewhere down here, I think, right? It is. I see it. I see the scent trail over here. And that should lead us, hopefully, towards or into the territory that needs to be marked. Now, I do want to move kind of quickly because I am a little bit worried that the pups will leave. We've still, our affinity is still got a pretty good threshold at the moment. It's not too low. But yeah, so our affinity threshold is still pretty good at the moment. It's not overly problematic, but if we're gone for a long period of time, it could still be an issue. Alright, we've got just a lone coyote, and is this... Oh, there's very minimal amount of this actually left, and Raven just took a good bit of it. So that was a little bit of a bust. It's some food. It's better than nothing, of course, but we're gonna need to find something else for sure. So we definitely want to keep an eye on the affinity because with the past day we left Raven behind, and she kept the affinity quite high. She kind of kept an eye on the pups, make sure they didn't get into trouble, but we've left them alone in the den for the day, and there's no one there to keep them out of trouble, so we got to be cautious of that. We gotta be careful because if the affinity drops below that blue arrow, the pups will start popping out of the den, and if we're nowhere near when that happens, they're gonna be very vulnerable, and that's not a good thing. That's really not what we want to see. So we gotta be very cautious about that and not let it get to that point. Otherwise, we're gonna be in for a bad time. We have 7 pups to care for, but that means that it's the maximum amount of possible work, pretty much. And it's going to be very difficult to keep an eye on them, especially with some of them. It seems like as I was watching back through the footage, a lot of them are quite adventurous, but Cricket and Autumn in particular are quite adventurous little souls, and that can be difficult. That can be a bit of a challenge to deal with. We want to make sure that we keep an especially close eye on those two so that they don't get into trouble and get themselves into a tight spot that they can't get out of. I would not want them to get themselves hurt or carried off by a predator. Now, a lot of you guys did ask, too, in the past episodes, speaking of food, as we were a little while ago, a lot of you guys have been talking about the new baby animals, and there are indeed new baby animals. There are baby elk, there are baby mule deer, and there are baby moose. They're not around just yet, I don't think. I mean, they're in the game now, but it's a little bit... They're born a little bit after the wolf pups are, and I think it's still too soon after the wolf pups were born for the babies to start showing up. It may not be that much longer, but hello, bison? Bison somewhere around here. Oh, and mule deer. Actually, let's go ahead and do a hunt here. Oh, and there's a mule deer right here. We can go ahead and take her down because we are going to need to get a little bit of extra food to feed the pups. And this should be perfect. These guys are pretty good at being able to take down mule deer. It seems like it's not too tough, especially with both of them. So we should be okay. Aden has managed to bring down mule deer even on his own, so I don't think they'll have too much of a difficult time. Alright, just let some stamina come back and then make sure we get a bite in to help Raven, and then immediately get kicked off. That's great. That's always what you want to see. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for them for sure, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any just yet. So if you're wondering why I'm not looking for them, that's why. I don't think they're around yet, but we may start seeing them in the fairly near future. We just got to kind of keep a lookout for them. Oh my goodness, how much health do you have left? You got like 1 hit point left. 6 hit points. Okay, my goodness. So that deer was really determined to make a last-ditch effort to get away, that's for sure. Which, I mean, can't blame her, but we're wolves, we gotta eat. And hopefully Raven will finish off her food this time and actually make sure she's full on food so that she's not at risk of starving while we're away. She's still eating, okay. We're gonna make sure she eats as much as she needs, and 125% should be good. So let's go back this way and we will see. I think we gotta mark 2 more things and then we'll double back. We got plenty of time, so I think we're gonna be all right now that we've gotten our food. We got plenty of time before the pups are gonna start coming out of the den, but we will have to keep a very vigilant eye out because, of course, in the last episode we had both a stranger wolf attack and an eagle attack. So that is a thing that can happen. That is something we gotta watch for. We gotta keep an eye all around us because who knows what different types of predators might be kind of eyeing our pups, and what trouble they could cause. We certainly don't want to give them the chance to sneak in while we're not paying enough attention. We gotta be very vigilant when we are at the den. But I'm gonna go run around. I will mark these last couple of hexes, and if nothing eventful happens along the way, I will meet you guys back at the den, and we'll say hello to the puppies and get a better look. It was kind of dark, so we couldn't see them too well, but now that the sun is fully out, we can take a better look at what puppies have what names, because we saw their designations, of course, but we didn't see what their looks are, and so we'll take a better look at that once we're back at the den. And here we are back at the den. So Tempest is the first out. It looks Tempest and Briar. Let's try and feed some of them right in this open area because we also have Crow and Cricket and Feather. Can I feed? Hello? I would like to feed. There we go. We'll try. Oh, and the camera stops spazzing out. Autumn is our very, very gold pup. And it looks like the other 4 are up here. So we got an eye on everybody, which is good. Good to see. We want to make sure everybody gets nice and well fed. There's Cricket. Crow, I think, has the darkest fur color out of anyone, pretty much. Well, Cricket's pretty dark, too, though. Cricket and Feather both. Oh, there's an eagle attack. Okay, back in the den. They're not going to stop eating. Oh, gosh. Where's the eagle? Where's the eagle? Guys, please. All right, Tempest and Cricket are still eating. Guys, please go back in the den. Please? Hello? Please? Okay. There we go. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I've usually, oops, I don't want to sit down, I want to be standing, but usually it seems like if you kind of just guard the front of the den like this, once the pups are in it, I don't even see the eagle. There's not a lot it can do, and it'll have to fly off. So that's my tactic for the eagles, is to kind of just hustle everybody back in the den as quickly as possible. But I don't even see where it went. None of the puppies are out, right? If we go here, okay, it's good, okay. Everybody's in den, you can see when they're there. So, we can go ahead, we can call the pups back out. I didn't even see where the eagle was. Sometimes they're really hard to spot unless they're actually closing in. But oh my goodness, okay. The new predator attacks are no joke, you guys. They are definitely very nerve-wracking. But we gotta make sure, we want to make sure these guys stay well fed. We will ensure that they have enough food because we want them to grow up nice and big and strong. If we looked, I just had it open and then I forgot to check the weight. So it looks like some of our pups, it looks like Lark is the biggest right now, and he is just approaching 8 or 9 pounds, and we have to get them all the way up to 15 for them to be ready to go to the rendezvous site. Now that's something that I really like about the way the new game works, is how it's kind of, it all blends together. It's not the regimented missions we had in the other one where you had to defeat a certain number of predators and then you had to grow your pups and the predators kept coming. It kind of all blends together. Like it just starts out, you know, throughout the whole time predators can show up. Hello, Feather, please do not. But the predators can kind of pop up no matter, or throughout the whole thing. And it's not necessarily so regimented. It's a lot more of a naturalistic flow, and I love that. And again, not to bag on the old game, it was really good for its time. I mean, it is an older game, and computers were more limited, so you couldn't necessarily have something that was this expansive in this free form. That's something that even some modern computers... Hello? That's just a raven. Okay, we're okay. That's something that even some modern computers have a difficult time with. Wait. Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I thought I lost a puppy for a minute there, but I think we're all right. I think we're good. But so I love how the new world is so much more open and so much more freeform, and it's not just as stiff and regimented as the old one was. It really makes it feel a lot more naturalistic and a lot more... That bark scares me though, because it's very similar to the coyote sound. But it's so much more... It flows. The flow of it is so different, and I really love the way the game works in that sense. It's really, really neat to be able to see, and to kind of you get a better sense for the passage of time, and it has a more natural flow to it, which is really, really neat. Again, the team has done a tremendously incredible job on this, and I'm never probably going to be over how far this game has come over the past 13 now years. Pretty sure it's been 13 years. But it's amazing to see. So I think we're getting tired again. So I think we're going to go ahead and crow. How about we don't do that? How about we stay closer to the den? Cricket, no, don't get in on this. I want y'all to stay close to the den. Hello? Okay, I think that was just a branch passing in front of it. But I think we're going to go ahead and end off because these guys do need their rest, and we will leave them to that. So we'll end off this episode here for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.